Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Santa Anita Park here on Saturday. It is January the 7th, 2017. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Santa Anita, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingGet5 for more selection from racetracks across the world. The stakes races I'll be looking at are races 3, 7, and 9, so let's get on to it. The third race from Santa Anita is the 43rd running of the Las Cananjas. I said that wrong, but I don't care. Stakes, grade 3, purse $100,000. It's for fillies, mares, 4-year-olds, and upwards. Field of 5 horses traveling the distance of ground of 6.5 furlongs down the hillside turf course. 6.5 furlongs. And my top pick in the spot will go to the, it's going to be the favorite. It's going to be the 4-horse. Number 4, who is Prize Exhibit. I'm going to go 4, 2, 3 in the trifecta, or the tricast, as they call it in England. But number 4, Prize Exhibit, 9 to 5. Mike Smith is on this 5-year-old mare. Last time out, Del Mar, December the 4th, 1 mile in the Grade 1 Matriarch. This horse finished 8th by 5 lengths that day behind Miss Temple City. Just wasn't there, a little bit too overmatched, and it just wasn't her day to win, unfortunately. Start before November the 6th, 1 mile in the Goldacova Stakes, Grade 2 Goldacova Stakes. Horse finished 5th by 3.25 lengths. Was very wide that day and really couldn't get into a good closing kick. Just, again, it wasn't this horse's day to win. And then Santa Anita, 1 mile in the Swing Time Stakes. Horse finished 4th. You know, it wasn't this horse's day to win. You know, the last time this horse won was actually the last time this horse ran down the hill. It's January 3rd, 6.5 furlongs going down the hillside turf course in the Grade 2 Monrovia. This horse won by nose, closed up incredibly well. I think the distance fits this horse to a T. I think James Cassidy has been targeting this race for this horse to get back into his into a good start. And this horse was a workhorse in 2016, ran 11 times. I only had that one victory going down the hill, but this horse ran in Santa Anita, ran at Belmont Park in the Just Game where this horse finished 6th. Back to Del Mar and then Santa Anita in the fall. She was a workhorse, but I think she should get the victory down the hill today. Back to a course she's done well over and has success. So to recap my bets for race number 3 from Santa Anita, it's the 43rd La Ciana Stakes. Gonna go with the 4-horse Prize Exhibit. Gonna go 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So now let's get on to race number 7 from Santa Anita. The 7th race is the 17th running of the Sham Stakes, Grade 3, purse $100,000 for 3-year-olds only. It's the Road to the Kentucky Derby, starting off here in Southern California. The next stakes after this is the Robert B. Lewis, coming up in about a month's time. After that, you have the something stakes, can't remember now. I think the Robert B. Lewis might be an actually more, I can't remember the middle race, but you know, this is the start for the Triple Crown Trail, and you know, you have 7 horses traveling a mile in this year's Sham Stakes. Always a great race, 1 mile. And my top pick in the spot will go to the 2-horse number 2, who is Term of Art. Gonna go 2-1-5-6 in the superfecta, 2-1-5-6. But number 2, Term of Art, 5-1. Joe Talmo is on this 3-year-old colt out of Tisnow. Last time out November the 27th at Del Mar, 1 mile in the Cecil B. DeVille Mile. This horse won by 1/4 lengths as it was taken off the turf that day. You know, had a very good closing kick. It was just an all-around great victory for this horse. Start before Santa Anita, mile 16th November the 5th in the Brews Cup Juvenile, $2 million Juvenile. Horse finished 9th by 19.25 lengths that day. At 90 to 1 was just a little bit too overpowered. It wasn't his day to win. You know, and then start before and a maiden special weight over this course here at Santa Anita. You know, this horse won that day. It was a nice victory. This horse winning that day by the margin of victory was that's the page doesn't want to load. He won by a nose that day, closing up at the same distance of a mile. You know, he's a course and distance winner. He should do well here. He ran that very tough juvenile this year. He didn't finish anywhere, but he proved next start out that he with the step down class he could do well. I think in this spot he should do well. We're trying to beat the Bob Baffert horse from the rail at 9 to 5. I think this horse can maybe do it here. So I'm going to take my chances with this one. So to recap my bets for race number 7 from Santa Anita, it's the 17th Sham. Going to go with the 2-horse Term of Art. Going to go 2-1-5-6, 2-1-5-6. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Santa Anita. The 9th race is the 70th running of the San Gabriel Stakes, purse, Grade 2 purse $200,000 for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of If we could get the page to load, technology isn't it great? Field of 12 horses traveling the distance of ground of a mile and 1/8 on the main track, on the main turf course, actually, excuse me, main turf course, mile and 1/8. And my top pick in the spot will go to the 3 horse. Number 3, Flamboyant. I'm going to go 3:11.97. 3:11.97. Number 3, Flamboyant. 4-1. Flavian Pratt is on this French bred horse. So you have the French jockey and the French jockey and the French horse. But last time out, November the 25th at Del Mar, mile and a half in the Grade 2 Hollywood Turf Cup. Horse finished third by 4.5 lengths that day. He was basically sat third all throughout. Really didn't get a good closing kick into it. It just wasn't her day to win, or his day to win. Start before it's Anita, mile and a quarter in the Grade 2 John Henry Turf Cup. This horse finished 8th by 3.25 lengths. Was far back, wasn't really closing up that day. The course was playing to front runners that day, so he just didn't win. And then start before Del Mar Mother Rates and Del Mar Handicap. Horse finished 8th by 3.25 lengths. He doesn't run that good at Del Mar, I noticed. So he didn't like the turf course. A little bit too long also. Last time this horse ran a mile and 1/8 was actually in the Eddie Reed earlier this summer. He finished third by 3/4 length with the first time Flavian Pratt rode this horse. It was first start back from Dubai. It was a decent third place finish in a very tough race. Was closing up that day. I got a 103 Buyer speed figure, which was a pretty nice one. This horse did win this race last year by not closing up very well. After that, this horse won to San Marcos, and then they sent this horse to Dubai, and he had in the Dubai turf race, or it used to be called the Dubai Duty Free. This horse finished 5th by 2 3/4 lengths with Brice Blanc, and he ran very good in a race that does not favor American horses. He just ran well in that race. Even though it was a 5th place finish, he was the best of the Americans that day in this race. Probably, I don't think American horses ever won this race, the Dubai Duty Free, but he ran well that day. I think he's going back to the mile 8 distance. That should be good for this one. So I'm going to use this horse as a top pick. So to recap my bets for race number 9 from Santa Anita, it's the 70th San Gabriel. Going to go with the 3-horse Flamboyant. Going to go 3:11.97. 3:11.97. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck.